Welcome students back to my class. In the earlier video, I had told you the introduction of direct and indirect speech, and I also told you the first rule. What are the rules there in the direct and indirect speech? And I hope those rules were very clear. Now in my second, I'm going to teach you the second part of it, and that is when the reporting verb. Now I already told you about the reporting verb and the reported verb. I told you how important the reporting verb is, because when we are changing from direct to indirect speech, the reporting verb has a lot of influence on the reported verb. So that is why you always have to understand your reporting verb. And I told you that the reporting verb is always found before the comma. Now what I'm going to tell you in the second part is that when the reporting verb is in past tense, the reported verb will change accordingly. It means that if you are looking at the reporting verb and you find that the reporting verb is past tense, for example said, okay, said is past tense. So if the reporting verb is in past tense, then you have to change the reported verb accordingly. Accordingly means if the reported verb is present tense, the reported verb will become past tense. For example, if in the present tense, for example, if the reported verb is, then when you are changing to indirect speech, it will become was. So that is what I mean, that if the reporting verb is in past tense, and the reported verb will change accordingly. If the reported verb is present tense, it will become past tense. If the reported verb is present continuous tense, it will become past continuous tense. If the reported verb is in present perfect tense, it will become past perfect tense. And present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. Now, how do you differentiate a perfect tense? I think every one of you must be knowing how to understand whether the tense is in perfect tense. There is nothing very difficult to understand about it. It's very simple. If you have the auxiliary verb, or if you have the auxiliary verb or the helping verb have, has, had, together with the main verb, then we should understand that the tense is in perfect tense. So once more, I will explain to you. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb will change accordingly, it means that if the reported verb is in present tense, it will change to past tense. If it is in present continuous tense, it will change to past continuous tense. If it is in present perfect tense, it will change to past perfect tense. And present perfect continuous tense will be changed to past perfect continuous tense. Then the models, all these are models: will, shall, may, can, must. These are all models. The models will also change. If in the direct speech you are having will and shall, it should change to would or should. But most probably it changes to would. And the next one, may, will change to might, can will change to could, and must will change to had to. So I hope you understood this section. Once more I am telling you, now I am going to just revise or brush you up from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning I am just brushing you up about reported verb. That is, I told you there is a punctuation rule. In the punctuation rule, what you have to do is remove the comma, remove the inverted commas, and instead of the comma, you must add a subordinate conjunction that. Now, when do you add that? You add that if the sentence is a declarative sentence or a statement. Only if it is a declarative sentence or it is a statement, you will add thus, that. You will not add that for an interrogative sentence. So that is why I am again repeatedly telling you that if the sentence is a declarative sentence or if the sentence is a statement, Then you have to have the subordinate conjunction that. The personal pronouns, as I told you, will change. The first person will change according to the subject. The second person will change according to the object. And the third person will remain the same. There will be no change in the third person. Then I told you about the first rule. The first rule is that if the reporting verb, now the reported verb will not change under certain circumstances. If the reporting verb is present tense or if it is future tense, then the reported verb will remain the same. It means that the tense of the reported verb will not change. There will be no change in the tense of the reported verb. It will remain the same. And second thing is that if it is a universal truth, if the sentence is a universal truth, you know what is a universal truth. In my earlier class, I had already told you what a universal truth is about. If it is a universal truth, then there is no change in the sentence. The tense will be the same. The third one is if it is a habitual action. If the sentence is something that is dealing with a habitual action, then there will be no change in the sentence. And the fourth one is that if something is permanent, for example, the Qutb Minar is in Delhi, the Red Fort is in Delhi. Now all these are permanent structures and monuments. Even your school, Ram said, my school is in Dehradun. Now for example, that school is in Dehradun. You cannot change that school to another place. It's a permanent structure. So that is what I mean by saying that if something is permanent, then please do not change the tense of the reported verb. Now I came to the second step. I told you that if the reporting verb is in past tense, for example, said. Now said is past tense. If the reporting verb is in past tense, then the reported verb will change according to the circumstance. If the reported verb is present tense, it will change to past tense. If the reported verb is present continuous tense, it will change to past continuous tense. If the reported verb is present perfect tense, it will change to past perfect tense. If the reported verb is present perfect continuous tense, it will change to past perfect continuous tense. And the models, the models like will and shall will become would and should. But usually we use would. And the next one, may will become might, can will become could, must will become had to. Now I hope you understood this very clearly. And now I am going to give you some examples. I will just show you one or two examples of each rule, so that I think you would understand better. Okay, now I am going to show you some examples of what I have taught you now. Now look at this sentence. Ram said, there is a snake in the garden. So I told you that when you are changing a sentence from direct to indirect speech, the first thing, what should you do? The first thing that you have to do is, you have to find out the reporting verb. Now in this sentence, Ram said, there is a snake in the garden. Now I told you that the reporting verb will always be before the comma. So, said is the reporting verb. Now what tense is said? Said is past tense. So what I told you is that if the reporting verb is in past tense, then the reported verb will change accordingly. So in this sentence, there is a snake in the garden. Is the reported verb. So it is present tense. So what do you think it would become in the indirect speech? It would become past tense. So very simple. What you have to do is, Ram said, remove the comma. Instead of the comma, you must put that. Ram said that there. Is will become was. the present tense will become past tense. There was a snake in the garden. See, this is the present tense. Now the second sentence is, Tom said to him, I am leaving for Tokyo. Now in this sentence, the reporting verb is said. Said is past tense. The reported verb is am leaving. Now what is am leaving? Present continuous tense. Now what will happen to the present continuous tense? It will change to past continuous tense. Now why will it change to past continuous tense? Because the reporting verb is past tense. So when the reporting verb is past tense and the reported verb is present continuous tense, the reported verb will become past continuous tense. So here, now you must keep in mind one very important thing that I am telling you. Now look here, Tom said to him. Now whenever you get in the reporting verb, anything, anyone, to him, said to my father. If you are getting it like that, then in the reported, when you are changing it to indirect speech, you must write told him. But if it is, if this was Tom said, there is no to him, then you can simply write Tom said that. But if you find Tom said to him, if you have this to him, then you must change it to Tom told him. That is the correct usage. So I hope you understand. So this sentence is Tom said to him. So when I change it, I will say Tom told him that. Now I told you the first person will change according to the subject. So Tom told him that he. See, he will become he. And am will become was. Was leaving for Tokyo. I hope you understood. Now this sentence, once more, please look at this sentence. The sentence is, Tom said to him, I am leaving for Tokyo. And the answer will be, Tom told him that he was leaving for Tokyo. Now why did I write told him? Why I did not write said? Why did I write Tom said to him? Because if you have said to, then you must change it to told. But if you do not have said to, you have to simply write said. I hope you understood. Now Tom said to him, or Tom told him that he was leaving for Tokyo. Now the next one is present perfect tense. Now the reporting verb, the teacher said, I have given you homework. So I have given you homework. Have given is present perfect tense. So what will the present perfect tense become? The present perfect tense will become past perfect tense. And the pronouns will change accordingly. So how would you write the sentence? The teacher said that he. I will become he. Have will become had. See, it will just become the past. Okay. So the teacher said that he had given. Now you homework will become me homework. But if you take you as plural, as a whole, and I have given you homework, it means the teacher is telling the classroom, I have given you homework, then you will become us. But if you are talking individually, if the teacher is talking to one person individually, I have given you homework, then you can write, the teacher said that he had given me homework. So it depends on what you take the sentence. If you write us or if you write me, both are correct. Okay. Then the next sentence is present perfect continuous tense. Now here the man said, I have been suffering all my life. So how would you change it to indirect speech? The man said that he had been. See, I will change to he. Have will change to had. He had been suffering all. Now mine, see, this will change. The object will change according to the subject. The object will change according to, see, the first person will change according to the subject. second person will change according to the object. So you will say the man said that he had been suffering all his life. So I hope you understood this particular section that I have told you. The other thing that you have to remember is that when you are changing from direct to indirect speech, this is also a very important thing, that the adverb of time and place will change. That is, when will the adverb of time and place change? The adverb of time and place will change when the reporting verb is in past tense. If the reporting verb is in present tense or the reporting verb is in future tense, there will be no change in the adverb of time and place. The adverb of time and place will change if the reporting verb is in past tense. Adverb of time and place will not change if the reporting verb is in present or future tense. So that is very important. You have to remember that. It will not change if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense. Now for example, I am telling a sentence, Ram says, I will go to Tokyo tomorrow. Now Ram says, I will go to Tokyo tomorrow. So the reporting verb is present tense. Ram says, I will go. So that is the reported verb. So I told you if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of the reported verb will not change. Together with it, the adverb of time and place also will not change. So how will you change the sentence? You will say, Tom says that he will go to Tokyo tomorrow. Tomorrow will not change. But if the reporting verb is in past tense, then the adverb of time and place will change. It's very, very important. Keep this in mind because it's a very important thing for your board exam. When you're doing board exam especially, these kind of sentences come and you should know whether you should change the adverb of time and place or just keep it exactly as it is. If the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, please do not change the adverb of time and place. But if the reporting verb is in past tense, then you have to change the adverb of time and place. Now how does the adverb of time and place change? This you have to study by heart. You have to keep it in your mind by heart. Now for example, in direct speech, this will become that in indirect speech. These will become those. Now will become then. Today will become that day. Tonight will become that night. Yesterday will become the previous day. Tomorrow will become the next day, or also you can say the following day. And before will become ago. So I hope you understood this. Once again I am repeating it. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the adverb of time and place will change together with the tense of the verb. But if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, then the adverb of time and place will not change and the tense of the verb also will not change. So the adverb of time and place, I have written it here. The adverb of time and place is this becomes that, these becomes those, now becomes then, today becomes that day, tonight becomes that night, yesterday becomes the previous day, tomorrow becomes the next day, the following day, and before becomes ago. So I hope you understood this particular.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if the reporting verb and the reported verb are in past tense, the reported verb will become past perfect tense. It means that you have to check the reporting verb, you check the reported verb. If the reporting verb and the reported verb both are in past tense, then what will happen to the reported verb? The reported verb will become past perfect tense. Now you know how to form a past perfect tense. It will become, for example, had. You have to have had plus the V3 form of the verb. So now for example, I am saying the man said, I waited here for a long time. Now the man said, which is the reporting verb here? Said. Now where do you find the reporting verb? Before the comma. So this is the reporting verb. Now check your reported verb. Which is the reported verb in that sentence? Waited. Now what tense is waited? Past tense. So what do you learn from that? You learn it that the reporting verb and the reported verb both are in past tense. So what is the rule? The rule is that if the reporting verb and the reported verb are in past tense, the reported verb will change to past perfect tense. So when you are changing to past perfect tense, there is nothing to do. All you have to do is just add, you have to add had. You know that with the perfect tense always V3 form of the verb is written. So already the tense is past tense, it is already in the V3 form, so you don't have to change. So here you will say the man said that he had waited there. Now see here. Now here is adverb of time and place. I told you that the adverb of time and place also have to change. So what you have to do when you get a sentence is, first of all you have to underline your reporting verb, underline the reported verb, and underline the pronouns and also the adverb of time and place. Now why am I telling you to do that? I'm telling you to do that because it will be easy for you to identify which are the words that you have to change. So it will be very, very easy. So what you have to do? Underline the reporting verb, underline the reported verb, underline the pronouns, and also underline the adverb of time and place. Now in this sentence, said is the reporting verb, waited is the reported verb, and here is the adverb of place. So you have to underline. So this will make it easier for you because you will be able to recognize which are the words I have to change. So here you will say, the man said that, I will change according to the subject, he. And then waited will become had waited. It will become past perfect tense. And here will become there. Because I told you that the adverb of time and place will change for a long time. Then the second thing is that if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past perfect tense, the reported verb will be the same. Now, supposing the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past perfect tense, then you don't have to do anything. You simply have to write the same tense. You don't have to change it because one is in past tense and the other one is in past perfect tense. So if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past perfect tense, then please, you don't have to change the reported verb. The reported verb will remain the same. Only thing, you have to change the adverb of time and place if there is any in the sentence. So how do you write this? He said, I had counted all the money. So already had counted is past perfect tense and the reporting verb is past tense. So you don't have to do anything. What you have to do is, he said that. I will change according to the subject. It will become he. And had counted all the money. And the next important thing that you have to understand is that if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past continuous tense, the reported verb will become past perfect continuous tense. Now for continuous tense, you already know you have to add the word been. B-double-E-N. See, when you are writing a continuous tense and when you are changing it to continuous past perfect continuous tense, you have to add the word been. I will show you an example. Example of a sentence so that you will understand the sentence if I show you an example. For example, the teacher said. The teacher said, I have been. Okay? I have been teaching the same lesson. So, here what you do is, you will say, the teacher said that she, had will become had been teaching, she had been teaching the same lesson. The same lesson. So this is what you have to do. So again, once more, I'm repeating it. Okay, so now once again, I'm explaining it to you once again. What I'm going to explain? Please pay proper attention. If the reporting verb and the reported verb is in past tense, then the reported verb will change to past perfect tense. The pronouns will change accordingly. The first person will change according to the subject, second person will change according to the object, and the third person will remain the same. There will be no change. So I hope you understood that particular rule. And also the time, the adverb of time and place will also change. The second thing is that if the reporting verb and the reported, suppose the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past perfect tense, then you don't have to change, you don't have to do anything. You just have to write the same sentence. The past, it will remain the same, the tense will not change. For example, I have written here, he said, I had counted all the money. So he said is a reporting verb, it is in past tense. Had counted is past perfect tense. So the past perfect tense is not changing, it remains the same. Only change is that you are changing the pronoun. He said that he had counted all the money. And the last thing is, if the reporting verb is in past tense and the reported verb is in past perfect, present perfect continuous. The reporting verb is in past continuous tense and the reporting verb is in past perfect continuous tense. It will remain the same. If it is in present continuous tense, it will become past continuous tense. If it is past perfect continuous tense, it will remain in past perfect continuous tense. So for example, the teacher said, I have been teaching the same lesson. So you can say the teacher said, I had been teaching the same lesson. Supposing both are in past perfect continuous tense. Supposing this is had. Okay? If this is had, then it is past perfect continuous tense. So it will remain the same. The teacher said, I had been teaching the same lesson. The teacher said, she had been teaching the same lesson. So I hope that what you have understood, what I have taught you up to now. And tomorrow I will teach you again, I will teach you interrogative sentences and exclamatory sentences. So if you have understood my lesson and if you understood my teaching, please do subscribe and please do give your comments. Okay? And share this video with all your friends. Thank you.